not like that.
It's sex tips, prevention tips.
This is very maturely done. It's very helpful. It gives a lot of information
About who can contact if you need advice.
It's time for Afternoon Delight with Aimee Reece.
Hey guys, welcome back to Afternoon Delight, UCO's one and only sex radio show, where we obviously talk about sex, and more sex. On today's show, we're talking about masturbation, which is a pretty touchy topic, if you catch my drift. The creepiest places to have sex, the sexiest costumes, and of course, your sexual position of the week. We'll get right back to you. All right, and we're back with Afternoon Delight. I'm your host, Aimee Reece, and the first thing we're going to talk about today is masturbation. And I have one of the other radio hosts, Buffalo, in the studio with me today. What's up, Buffalo?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. You know, it's kind of cold outside. I didn't realize it was going to be cold. I left my house, and it was humid and kind of warm.
Yeah, it's been humid for the last few days with all the rain and whatnot.
I know. I don't like it. I'm ready for cold weather, but then I didn't dress for cold weather, so I'm in a skirt and not a jacket or pants, and it's upsetting.
Smooth move.
Yeah, I know. So, we're going to talk about masturbation, speaking of smooth moves.
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay, I have about 20 questions for you that I got from the Planned Parenthood website, and it's like the typical, myths or facts about masturbation. And so I'm just going to go through them with you, because if those that are listening don't know these or think differently, then we should probably set them straight.
We probably should.
So let's get started.
Okay.
All right, so first one up is masturbation bad?
No.
Agreed. All right, so.
Wait, I need like a little bell or something so I can just be like, ding! No.
Well, it's good because you have that right. Okay, so can girls masturbate?
Alex, I will take yes for 500.
Good. You would win. You would win. All right, third one is, will it make a girl's period late? I don't really expect you to know this or not, but.
I would highly doubt it.
Good. You're correct on that. Good. All right. Fourth one is, will it make me unable to get an erection? That's for you guys.
That's kind of a trick question. That depends. How long are we talking about here? Before and after?
I'm guessing if you do it so much that you can't.
Oh, I see. No.
No, okay, cool. All right, fifth one is, will masturbating damage my genitals?
No.
No, okay. Is masturbating dirty?
You can make it dirty, but it's not inherently dirty.
Good.
Yeah.
I've actually had somebody.
I'm doing good.
You are. You're acing this.
Right.
Which is good, I guess. I don't know about that.
Because I'm good.
All right. Will masturbating give me acne?
I have never ever heard that question. I don't even know. Simply because I've never heard that question posed, I'm gonna say no.
All right. All right, well.
So I was wrong?
Okay, well, growing up, I don't know if this is everywhere or whatever, but my parents would always tell my brother and his friends that if they had really bad acne, they should go masturbate.
What?
Because it's supposed to get rid of it.
Your parents told them that?
No, listen. It wasn't hey, listen, you should go masturbate if you're having really bad acne, go for it. No, it was more of kind of a joke type thing. But I've heard it elsewhere too, and I don't know if that's real or not.
Wait, okay, so they're saying that masturbating gets rid of acne?
Yeah, that
as opposed to gives you acne.
Right.
So I was still right.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure. I don't know if
all I care about is that $15,000 prize at the end.
Listen, you wish. Essential Media does not give out money for that.
At least not that amount.
No, for sure.
Mike on the mic will give me stuff.
Well, all right. Anyway. Okay, so.
A Cup Joe quiz show coupon.
Coupon? Yeah, speaking of Cup of Joe, you guys should all go to the Nye Center on Monday mornings about 11 o'clock, and you might get picked to be on the game show where we ask you about 5 questions of trivia, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yep. All right, so moving on. Number 8, will it make me go blind?
Go blind. Some of these are just those things that your great grandmother used to say because she was so into the religion that
yes.
Even hearing gosh darn it was right. Oh my stars.
Exactly.
Grab my pearls.
That's exactly what it is. And I don't know, go blind. That's kind of extreme.
Right.
All right, number 9 is, will masturbating make hair grow on my palms?
Well, I have bald palms, so I would say no.
Well, I feel like, for guys especially, you use that area of your hand to masturbate.
To me, it's like inherently no, because like any hair that would grow there is just gonna rub off.
Exactly. All right.
But no, you're not going to.
Good. Well, we're all safe.
Good.
All right. Number 10 is it okay to masturbate if I am in a relationship?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Do you feel like it makes sex better, or is there not a difference for it, or whatever?
What you do is kind of up to you and your partner, and even not up to your partner at the same time. That's one thing that, it's for you, but at the same time, you can also bring it into the bedroom with a partner. Be mutual about it.
Good deal. Yeah, I've definitely been told that watching your partner get hot and bothered and get going also helps you get going as well before you actually have sex.
Indeed.
And I guess I can also go back into foreplay that we talked about last week. So
precisely.
Definitely. Well, I have 10 more questions for you coming up right after we play some more music.
Oh gosh, that was only 10. Wow.
I know, it just went so fast.
It did.
All right, well, we're going to play some more music, and we'll get right back to you. This is Afternoon Delight with Aimee Reece.
We're right about now.
All right, and we're back. This is Aimee Reece with your Afternoon Delight on U Central Radio, and I have Buffalo in the studio with me today.
Yo, what up?
What up? And if you guys were listening before this past couple of songs, we were talking about masturbation, gave about 10 myths, and kind of just asking some questions, make sure what the actual right answer was.
And in case you were wondering, the score is Buffalo 10 and the rest of the world 0.
Yeah, he's winning, obviously.
Hashtag winning. Yeah.
No.
Going there.
That died in 2011. All right, so on question 11, it is, will masturbating make me unable to have sex?
Well, if you do it too soon before sex, yeah, but aside from that, no. So, yeah. And then, obviously, if you're drunk.
Oh, so there's an actual term for that, but it's inappropriate to say.
Yeah,
Can you kind of explain to me what exactly that is?
Okay, so this term that we cannot say, I feel like if I say half of it and then not the inappropriate half, most people know what we're saying. So it's whiskey something, but anyway, it's just kind of this syndrome that guys get, I guess. If they drink too much, then basically when they go to have sex while they're drunk, then they won't be able to get an erection.
All right.
Because they're too inebriated.
Yeah. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Moving on. So question 12 is, will it make my penis bigger?
Aside from your standard erection, no.
That's good. We won't have to deal with complications, I guess. Or
some people, kind of want that, but
you want complications?
No.
I've seen Grey's Anatomy, and things don't end well for them.
No, the question was, will it make my penis bigger? Some people want that. Some.
Okay.
And so, for them, they're like, hey, maybe if I just masturbate all the time, then it'll be bigger.
Maybe not.
And sorry about you, man.
That's not what happens. All right, so question 13. Can masturbating help me understand how to have an orgasm?
Just let it happen.
Well,
I guess.
Don't feel like guys really have that problem, because, all of their, sensation happens on the outside, but for girls, it's a lot more difficult.
Well, for guys, we go, and then we have the moment, and then the moment's gone. For girls, it's like, you go, and then you have the moment, and then the guy's moment's gone. You're still having the moment, and we're like, well, crap. Now what?
It's hard work being a girl. It takes a lot to get us going in the first place, and then
we got to keep going.
But we can have multiple orgasms. So,
okay. Stamina. That's
right. We're just total.
All right, moving on.
Okay. 14. what if I masturbate and I don't have an orgasm?
Keep trying.
And it's totally okay. It happens. You know?
Yeah.
You just gotta.
We've got Mike on the mic in here mixing the music for us, and he is just giggling like a little schoolgirl.
All right. So moving on. Do I masturbate too much?
Yes.
Oh. Excuse me?
No, I'm just kidding. No, most of
You
the time.
don't know me, son? No.
Most of the time, the answer is no. There can be a point where basically you just kind of do it too much. And,
Just do it too much?
yeah, I mean, like, it starts to interfere with your daily life.
All right. Well, I mean, it happens
If it gets to that point and you're like, you know, like addicted or whatever.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there is sex and masturbation and pornography addiction.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you get to that point, then yes, you are.
Yeah. Agreed. All right. Number 16 is more than once a day too much to masturbate?
I would say that varies from person to person, and it depends on the situation.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like for girls, because we can definitely have multiple orgasms, that we can just keep going. But with guys, it must be. I mean, 'cause I don't know. Like your bounce back time is different for each person.
Well, supposedly, rule of thumb is after the guy has his orgasm, he can basically get going again after about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
That's what I've heard. I've never tested that because I don't need to.
That's good. Okay. Cool.
So.
Good deal. Good deal.
Anyway, so what's next?
All right. Next question is. Oh, where am I at? Okay. Number 17. If I'm masturbating so much that I skip school, don't see friends, call in sick to work, and have lost interest in Glee so that I can masturbate, is it too much?
If you lose interest in Glee, you are masturbating the perfect amount.
Hey, some people still watch Glee, all right?
Yeah, but it was terrible after the second season.
Don't point at me like that.
It was terrible after the second season.
You're pointing at me like I watch Glee all the time. I don't watch Glee all
used
the
to
time.
watch Glee, and then after the second season, it started being terrible.
Well, and you know, and what's his face is no longer on the show because
Right.
Sadly passed away, but-
Glee kind of died in 2011 along with #winning, so
yeah, agreed. All right, so next question.
yeah.
Do some religions, cultures, and families encourage people not to masturbate?
Yes. And also yes to the one you were about to say.
All right, yeah, well, of course.
Some people are like super, super bad about that because like, and not quoting the movie. But they're really bad about that because like what I was saying earlier, you know, you even say like, oh gosh darn it, and they're like, oh my stars.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to go around and ask people about masturbation on campus, but I just feel like it's a really personal and touchy subject that it's not really fair to kind of like encrypt on their life. Like that's not fair to them.
Right.
Even though I love talking about sex and, you know, should be open to talk about altogether, but masturbation I feel like is that one topic where you just don't.
Right. You close
talk
the
about.
door, it happens, and nobody ever acknowledges it.
Yeah, but it's a good thing though. Like it's good for you to explore your body and figure out how it works and all that jazz.
Sure.
You know? All right, so moving on.
We're almost there.
We are almost done. Number 19, is it okay if I don't masturbate?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. That being said, most people, or I don't even know if it is most people, but most people that I know do masturbate at some point in their life. Not necessarily like as a regular thing, but at some point they discover masturbation. And even if you don't, I mean, it's like, okay, whatever, you don't need that. You know, it's something that you can explore and be comfortable with, but you don't have to do it.
Right. I don't know. I am very skeptical of those who say they don't and have never masturbated because
Never masturbated, very skeptical.
I'm like,
just straight
you've
up.
never touched yourself. Like, you need to figure out how your body works and what makes you feel good. So,
Right. But the
why
ones who
not?
say that they have done it, but they don't do it,
Yeah.
those ones I still believe.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it and you don't like it, obviously don't keep doing it because it's not going to be good for you.
Right. That's why I still don't hit my head with chainsaws or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Because, you know, you just don't like that.
Why would I be hitting my head on a chainsaw in the first place?
I don't think that you would survive it.
That'd be, yeah, true story.
Right. All right. So
20.
last question. we're totally done with this, is do most people masturbate?
I'm going to try not to get into that pun, but yes, I would guess most people do masturbate. So can I have my $20,000 prize?
Hold up, you said $15,000 earlier, so...
Yeah, but I upped it because there were 20 questions instead of 15 questions.
You counted them before this. I don't want to hear that from you.
I'm bad at math?
No, listen, you already knew. I have it written down. There are 20 questions. You already knew.
Okay, well, I'll be back for that.
Whatever, we'll see.
I'll be back for my monies.
Yeah, you won't get much.
Yeah.
I'll
by the way, now I'm upping the price. It was now $2,000 per question, so now it's $40,000.
Oh, well, good luck with that one.
So go ahead and put your car up for a lien and your parents' car, and you should probably get another mortgage.
Oh.
And
okay.
I'll see you at 5 o'clock.
Well, yeah, okay. All right. Well, no. No. All right. So we are going to be right back with a little professional wisdom on masturbation, and we'll be back.
That's what I'm here for, though.
Yeah.
Professional.
No, you're not a professional.
Oh.
This is a legit doctor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here's some more music. And welcome back to Afternoon Delight on Youth Central Radio. I'm your host, Aimee Reece, and we've been talking about masturbation, and we have one last little topic to talk about, I guess. Or not topic, it's still the same topic, but a little tidbit of information for you. I talked to a real professional, a legit doctor, who had some good advice and some good tips and answered some questions. So here we go.
Hi, my name's Jason Phelps, and I'm a licensed psychotherapist.
Is masturbating healthy? That's the question.
Masturbation is something that we all do. It's something that's very normal. It's something that's very basic to a human relationship with their body. I think that when people do not engage with masturbation, or they refrain from masturbation in one way or another, it's usually a sign that there's some kind of issue or conflict that the person is having with their own sexuality or with their own relationship with themselves.
How much is too much masturbating?
One of the things that I'll see in my practice is people that become what would be said addicted to masturbation or addicted to pornography. What that generally means is that there's an impulse or an obsession to masturbate or to look at pornography, which becomes a problem or interference with the person's daily life or responsibilities. What will happen is someone will look at pornography or masturbate at work or while they're supposed to be doing something else. And this is something that actually happens quite a bit. I frequently will meet men in my practice that will masturbate or look at pornography 2, 3, 4 times a day. It takes up hours of their day of obsessive and compulsive internet searching and seeking out images and seeking out the stimulation through masturbation, compulsively.
All right, so what are the side effects of too much masturbating?
So is it a problem? No, if it's done in a healthy way. It's when we feel like we have to do it, when we feel like we're doing it even if we don't enjoy it all that much anymore. I mean, some guys, they'll talk about, masturbating to porn and really not even enjoying it anymore, not really enjoying the orgasm, doing it to sort of get it out of the way so that they can get on with their day. That's usually, a sort of a numbing or dulling of sexuality and sexual stimulation. And that can have a negative adverse effect on sexual relations.
All right, so I feel like that's good, especially for the guys, because sometimes it can be a little one-sided since I am a girl, but I try to give both sides equal opportunity of, knowledge and whatnot. But masturbation, although it can have its downsides, it has a lot of really good sides too. It'll relieve stress. It'll help you know what your body reacts to and what it likes. But it doesn't have to be talked about with anybody else. It can just be your own little dirty secret. But it doesn't have to be. It's not a bad thing. It's not gross. It's a normal part of life. And as Rihanna once said, and how my good friend Portia once told me, #do-it-yourself. So I feel like that's the hashtag for today's show, do it yourself. So if you guys feel like it, you should tweet me on Twitter, or I guess you can do it on Facebook too now. I don't know, I'm not into that life. At my hashtag, or my whatever name is Aimee Reece, capital A, capital R. And UCO's is Youth Central Radio. Is that right? Yep. Okay. Well, that's right. So you can just tweet either one of us and let me know what you guys want to talk about next week or for the rest of the semester, or if you hate it or if you love it. Or don't tweet me at all, you know? It's okay. It happens. Coming up next, we're going to talk about some Halloween-themed topics, the creepiest places to have sex, sexiest costumes, and I'm going to have another special guest with us. It's going to be Portia. She was here last week, and she was pretty cool, so I invited her back for this week. And, yeah, it's going to get weird after these songs. All right, we're back on Youth Central Radio with Afternoon Light. I'm your host, Aimee Reece, and earlier we were talking about masturbation, but since it's Halloween, we're going to talk about some Halloween-y type things, you know? And right now I have Portia Richardson in the studio today. Hey, Portia.
Hey, hi guys.
All right, so we're talking about creepy places to have sex, and I just found this online, a bunch of like random websites, and I made a little compilation list of them. But I definitely got a good laugh out of most of these because I was like, "Why would you ever?" If you're into that, that's cool. But I was just like, so creepy, so creepy. Okay, so the first one that I came across was sex inside an abandoned and haunted house.
Ooh, no, that's so scary.
Yeah, so the second one is going to be in the cemetery on a dark and foggy night.
Definitely no. I don't need ghosts haunting me after that.
Okay, one time when I was really young, we went out to my grandmother's cemetery to like her like grave where she's buried. And it's like kind of out in the country, and I legit thought that there were people like doing it.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
because like they had like, you know, the grave section, but like towards the back they had like the mausoleum building type things. And no, there were people out there for real.
Yeah.
And I heard some things I should not have heard about that age. I was like, I'm traumatized forever.
No.
All right, third one is in a ghost town. I mean,
that's not as bad as the other two, but I'm not into those creepy places.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I would be too scared to even be into it.
I know. It would be just like, I don't know. I guess like they said that like why these are so fun is because of the adrenaline or whatever. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't need to have spirits haunting me because
Exactly.
I had sex on their grave or
Watching
something.
you. They're
I know.
watching
Yes.
you.
Oh, that. Okay. Yeah. No. That's another one. The fourth one is in the jail cell of an old prison.
Ew, jails are dirty in general.
Yes,
like
thank you.
from what you see on TV and stuff.
I mean, you could get like a blanket or whatever, but still.
Ew, no, that just sounds cold and nasty.
And I bet it smells weird. I bet it smells so weird.
No.
All right. Fifth one is in a mental hospital.
Definitely not, because that means people that were there were crazy, and that just, no.
Yeah, I know. And then, okay, it just said mental hospital. It didn't say like an abandoned one. It just said mental hospital. So I'm like, if you're trying to have sex with somebody in a mental hospital, what does that say about you? What does that say about your character?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm calling you guys out that want that. That's so weird. The sixth one is on a pile of stuffed animals. Okay, I thought this was exceptionally creepy. I was like, why would you, like, what is that? Why? I don't understand.
Especially, like, stuffed animals, you think children. Like, why would that, like, get you, like, turned on? Like,
I know. I'm like, stuffed animals. And it'd be, like, in weird places. And
right. So far, the ghost town's winning if you're into the creepy stuff.
I know. All right, number 7 is in an abandoned building, which I can see that.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be, I mean, unless you're like, oh, it's haunted, and I'm like, oh, maybe not.
Right,
But
that's
if it's
not
just
too
in an
bad.
abandoned building,
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Number 8 is in the dark depths of a gold mine. First of all, where are gold mines in Oklahoma?
Right.
And second of all, it's dirty. It's dirty. And what if it collapses? Like, excuse me, I'm not trying to die back there.
He went out having sex, so I guess you...
I mean, I did say that that's how I wanted to die, so I was telling Natalia that like a couple days ago, and she was like, I don't know about that. All right. Where was I? Oh, number 9, in the Timberline Lodge. And for those of you who don't know, that's the hotel from The Shining.
No.
No? You wouldn't have went? No?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, true. And I had a friend that told me that they went to some hotel in like West Virginia and it was supposedly haunted. Mm-hmm. And you could like pay extra to be in the room that was haunted. And she was like, people would like pay to have like sex, like, I don't know, weekends in the hotel,
Right.
like in that room, and I'm like,
I forgot the name of that hotel, but I actually saw that like on a haunted show.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
And they say the ghost like lurks, like you could see it at the end of your bed.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
okay, whenever I was, just a side note, and we'll get back to the list in a second. Whenever I was looking for like places, whatever, it brought up an article about like ghost stories, and it would be like the ghosts having sex with actual humans.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I believe that
I know,
too
that's
much.
kinda
But then I
crazy.
thought about Scary Movie, where like Tori Stelling's character was like totally having sex with a ghost, and she's like in the air. I thought about that and just laughed so hard.
Oh my goodness, that was so funny.
I know, it's a good movie. Not really, it's kind of dumb, but it was funny.
It's perfect for the person who's scared of like the super scary stuff because it's scary, but it's funny, so you're not too freaked out.
So you just laugh about it. All right, number 10 is in an old vacant mansion.
I mean, if you're into that, that would be kind of cool. Me personally, I'm just not into the whole having sex in a haunted place just because I'm the type, I love horror movies and stuff, but I'm scary at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do anything that's going to bring it into my real life.
Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah, you're like, I'm not trying to bring those ghosts
Yeah,
home with
no.
me. Those skeletons can stay in the closet where they were. They don't need to come
Exactly.
out. All right, number 11, and this was odd to me, but on an abandoned railroad track.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Right? I'm like, that would hurt.
Yeah,
I feel like that would just hurt. Not about
Stumbling
that
on
one.
rocks and stuff and
Yes.
No.
Oh my god. And then what if it actually wasn't abandoned?
Right. Seriously.
Then
That becomes
you're YOLOing without a good ending. This would not end very well for you.
at all.
Number 12 is underneath the Hornet Spook Light. Underneath the Hornet Spook Light. And what that is, in case you don't know, and for those of you who don't know what it is, legend has it that the bright ball of an orange light that appears every single night at this location has the spirit of two Indian lovers who committed suicide together. You can check it out in the Devil's Promenade in Hornet, Missouri, which is right on the Oklahoma state line. Mm-hmm. And I was asking the girls in the newsroom about this as I was writing this list out, if they'd ever been there, if they knew what it was, and they were like, I had no idea what that is. But there was like tons of reviews about this place.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, all right. I don't know how that would be creepy to have sex there, but I mean, I feel like it would look cool.
With the orange light shining down on you.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I feel like it would just look interesting. Number 13 is a local place, which I've actually been there before. I didn't have sex there, but I went out and explored this area. Mm-hmm. But it's called Gandini's Circus, and it's in Edmond, and it's on, what is that, Kelly? It's on Kelly. And it's an old circus ground area, and they still have, like, the cages out there and, like, Oh, they don't have the cages anymore. Just kidding. Whenever I went out there in like 2011, 2010, they had the cages and they had the old like box cars, like the train box cars out there in the back. Yeah, and it was extremely creepy. They have an old burned out house where like someone had built a house and then it like burned out from the inside out and like it's all gutted. Oh, it's so creepy. It is so creepy. But I guess I could kind of see the appeal of having sex in a place like that as long as there were like no other people around. But I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting. But yeah, so that's the creepiest places to have sex that I found. And it was 13, which I thought was an appropriate number.
Look, you gave all those Halloween gurus some ideas tonight, so they're ready. They're excited.
Well, more ideas for you guys would be costumes. So we're going to talk about that coming up next on Youth Central Radio. This is Afternoon Delight. All right, it's Afternoon Delight with Aimee Reece on Youth Central Radio. Once again, this is our last topic. Oh, 2 topics, I guess. So we're going to give a list of 10 hottest costumes for girls and for guys. And I have Portia in here today, so we're going to just go through this real quick, and then we'll move on to the sexual position of the week. So let's get going.
Sounds good.
All right, for girls, it's Catwoman, Sexy Witch, Schoolgirl, Dominatrix, Devil, Sexy Nurse, French Maid, Wonder Woman, Steampunk, and the last one that was thrown out at me was anything in lingerie. The guys were like, yeah, that's it. Anything in lingerie. That's what you do. And I was like, oh, okay, guys. For guys, it's fireman, SWAT team, baseball player, construction worker, pirate, Prince Charming, knight, Greek god, Zorro, and the last one was Tiger Woods.
Ew, no.
Yeah,
I love Tiger Woods as a golfer, but I mean dressing up. I mean, that's a plain white Nike collared shirt with.
Right? I was like, how is that sexy in any way? But Taniko, who's the one that threw it out there, she was like, I saw a really hot Tiger Woods this weekend, and I tell you what, it was really cute. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that though. I
think for the women, like Catwoman, I was Catwoman a couple years ago. I think that's hot. Leather, anything leather is hot, and it's in right now, so that's a great costume. I actually have a friend that's gonna be Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And her costume's awesome. Tight blue tights with the whole cute little bustier looking Wonder Woman top and the little crown thingy. It's really cute. And then for men, I don't think you can go wrong with Greek god. I mean,
right? I know. You're like half naked and you're good to go, basically.
And then Zorro's pretty hot too. That's different. I haven't heard of that one.
The Mask, I know, I haven't heard it either, but somebody said it in the newsroom earlier, and they're like, yeah, Zorro, and I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I can, and then his little accent, see?
I like it.
Me too. All right, well, that was the top 10 sexiest costumes per UCO students. So it wasn't just like off the internet. It was per UCO students, and then top 10 for both girls and guys. And so our final topic today is the sexual position of the week. And today's is called the snake trap, which I find funny. It's so literal in its name. So this is the description. You're seated facing each other, the women astride. The lovers lean back and grasp each other's ankles. It's great visuals for both partners. This is one of the few positions where you can comfortably watch yourself making love, or you can simply gaze into your lover's eyes. The rocking motion engendered by this position doesn't allow for deep penetration, but is better suited as an interim cooling down in between more demanding positions. Instead of being tightly compressed, as in other positions, your bodies are stretched, creating different series of sensations. So that sounds nice. What do you think?
It sounds really intimate, like you said, gazing into your lover's eyes. It's just an intimate position.
Definitely. And the picture was nice.
It was really intimate.
Yeah, it was extremely intimate. I was like, that's cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in today. This has been Afternoon Delight on U Central Radio. Tune in next week for more sex conversation. I'm your host, Aimee Reece, and I hope you guys have a great and safe Halloween. Bye.